Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming once again to my channel. As you know, this is almost like a brand new channel. I'm still trying to grow it more and more. So if you like what you see, you like my videos, please, all I'm asking you to please subscribe and like this video. Today I'm going to talk about something that happened to me that I finally did this year, 2019. If you're a fashion designer, if you're an entrepreneur, and you're an artist, so I was reached out many years ago by this company called Raw Artists, and so I know about them years ago, 2011, 2012, and I searched about them and stuff like that, and I almost, they always wanted me to like participate in one of their events, so they threw a big event, uh, at a venue in your city or a city nearby. So they reach out to local entrepreneurs, artists that want to showcase their artwork, or like myself, like my collection. So they reach out to me, and every time they reach out to me, I was like, this doesn't sound legit to me for some reason. Even though like I will go online and see photos of their past shows, and I will see press release and all of that, but still like I never felt, because one, my line of work when it comes to fashion is very modest and very like, I didn't want to be showcasing my collection at a bar. So one time I saw a girl from this town that she did her fashion show for Raw, and it was like at a bar. It was like at a restaurant. Like there, I was thinking to myself, there's no way I'm doing that. But anyways, so throughout the years, they always reach out to me via email. I mean, they find you, I guess, on Instagram or online, and they reach out to you and say if you want to participate. And the main thing with this is like, it's kind of hard in the sense that you have to get, I'm talking about for the fashion part of it, you have to get your own models and you have to sell 20 tickets or 21 tickets. I'm not sure. I think it's 20. I don't remember now. They keep making it the goal higher. But anyways, guys, so I was like, this year has been very hard for me. Beginning of the year was hard. I didn't really have much schedule. I mean, I did had a fashion show in March, and after that I kind of went like just silent, like I didn't really do much. So I was like, you know what, they're reaching out to me. I always tell them that I'm gonna think about it. I never say yes. So I was like, okay, let me just say yes. And I was like, I'm sure I can sell tickets. The tickets are usually $25, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna say yes. So I signed up. The show was supposed to be about a month ago. Between that time that I say yes and they approved my application, they put me officially, they booked me on their website for that event that was gonna happen about an hour away from where I live. I'm here in Danbury, so this show was in Wallingford, Connecticut, at a really great venue. Like Mariah Carey had her show there. So this is like the Oakdale Theater in Wallingford, Connecticut. So it was a really nice venue. I was like, this is great, you know. And if you think about it, like it wasn't that expensive, because I'm like, worst comes to me, like I can just pay for it, you know. I didn't think, guys, that, because I'm like, you know what, it's like a month away. I don't want to make my spring collection. I should just show what I already have, because I want, my fall collection had like the Glory to God, like that dress that you see up there. Let me see if I can show you like that. So I was like, it was a collection that was already shown. So I was like, I want my message to be strong. It's a new audience, so why not? I'm not gonna create a new collection, to cut down the expensive and my stress level too. So, because I mean, within a month, I'm sure I could do it, because I just did it too. But and I've done it in the past. But I was like, I didn't want to have that rush to sell tickets, game out, and finish a collection, and do finish and all of that. It's just gonna be, it was gonna be too much. So I was like, why don't I just use the collection I have? So I was like, okay. So I signed up. They officially booked me, and then the time started clicking, guys. And to be honest with you, this is the part that I hate the most as being an artist. It's not trying to fill seats. It's not, trying to make the work, because as an artist you like what you do, right? So it's not working with me or nothing like that. The biggest issue that I always find is that you as an artist have to pay to showcase your work. That to me is ridiculous. When it comes to like vendor events, you have to pay $80, $125, $500 to sell your the stuff that you create that nobody pays you. Like nobody gives me $100 to buy fabric. That comes from my income. So it's like, are they really helping you? Like all these people that are like, oh, come, I have an event, I have a holiday fair, I have this and that, but a lot of the times the money to make it back is not guaranteed. Like they're not gonna guarantee you that you're gonna sell your table like more than $125. It's not guaranteed. So that's something that always bothered me when being independent. So anyways, guys, so when I sign up and all of that, so I started major promoting online on my social media. Any social media that I have, I was promoting the event, emailing my contacts from my online store, sending the link to purchase tickets, telling my coworkers. It was really stressful. At one point I was like, why did I sign up for this? This is just too much. Like, not only was I planning how the whole day was gonna be, like you had to be there about 8 hours before the whole event to practice and to get kind of like ready. I was like, and the thing too is like, I always work with models, but then when they find out it's an hour away, they're like, on a weekday, they're like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, because if you think about it, these people are donating their time and effort to come and help you do an event, because obviously I wasn't gonna pay any of the models, because I had to pay for the whole show and to be there and bring them snacks and all of that. Like I didn't have the funds. I mean, I'm an independent designer, so it was like an investment. I'm gonna look at it like that. I guess to make myself feel a little bit better, but you know, you so okay. Sorry, I just got a little confused. So when I did my feelings, so I finally got some models to reply to me. They live about 45 minutes from the venue. They're like, yeah, we'll do it. So I was like, okay. So I have this confirmed, this one confirmed. So I had them come here to the fitting, and we were doing fitting. And as every time I was here at the studio, I was creating a video to post on my Instagram, creating a video to share as much as I could. I was advertising on Facebook, advertising on any social media that I could get my hand on. And people were like, I'm gonna come. Like the people that know me, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come. And I said, oh, okay, great. So it's in Wallingford and it's on a Wednesday night. They're like, oh, what? Hey, what time is your fashion show? At 9 p.m. What? They're like, I don't think it's gonna work out because I have to work the next day, this and that. Because that's the other thing. They do the show towards the end of the whole event. So I really wish they could do it like in the beginning when people are gathering, coming in. And maybe half an hour after the whole event officially starts, it will be great. So I couldn't get people to come and support me because one, it was too far. Two, like I don't think it was much of the money, but the thing that I found, what the excuse people were using, they're like, oh, I can't make it, but so I'm not gonna buy a ticket. So even if you tell me, you don't have to, thank you, but I would really like your support. If you don't come, I still have to set a goal. I have to meet this goal. By the time the show is here, I have to sell 25 tickets, and they're like, but I can make it to your show, so I'm sorry. Or they wouldn't say it like that, but they would just not talk about it anymore because they won't be able to go. So I don't think it makes sense for them to buy a ticket if they were not going to make it. So I would always say, but you can give it to somebody else. It didn't work out like that. I think I got two people to buy a ticket like that, people who live far away, and they're like, I'll buy a ticket to support you, but I'm not gonna make it to the show. So that was okay. So I think I got 5 models scheduled. No, I got 7 in total. So I got myself ready. So the week before the show, we're getting a lot of emails from the deadline of how the event was gonna take place. We got a lot of emails. The communication was great. I gotta say that they're very organized when it comes to that. So they're like, okay, guys, we're gonna give you until that Sunday to sell all your tickets. And I was like, oh, man, I only had 2 tickets sold. That's insane to me. Like, I thought I was gonna be, everybody will be like shouting, because there's a lot of people that say, I can't wait for you to have a show. And then when you have a show, that Anyway, stuff happens. So what ended up happening was I did hire my dad purchase all the tickets. So I'm telling you guys, I would wake up and be so stressed about it. I'm like, why did I get myself into this? I was going through so many things in my personal life, and I was like, if the models cancel, like, there's no way, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I was like, what was I thinking? I can't wait to get this show over with. That's how I was thinking. And that's the wrong attitude to go into something that you really like to do. I mean, not so much the show, but like being able to showcase your work. But anyway, so that Sunday, that Monday morning, my dad purchased all the tickets. So I emailed the official the casting person, not the casting person. He was in charge of that event. I said, I saw all my tickets, and they're like, oh, great, so just tell your guests, when they come to the door, to say your name, whatever. So I was like, okay, great. So so the day before, I come here, pack off all my stuff, get myself ready, and I was like, okay, let me get snacks for the models, right? So I was like, okay. So I pack up water because I saw previous videos on YouTube of people who've done that before. So I'm like, yeah, water is a good idea. I mean, it was in August, so it's going to be hot. So I was like, water, snacks. I told the mothers, don't worry about food. I'm going to have snacks. I'm going to have coffee for you. I had like a small coffee machine. I was bringing that sugar, creamer, all of it. I had a little cooler. I fill it up with ice, everything. So we got to the venue. I was supposed to be there by 2. It was the arrival time for designers. The show was at 9:30 or 9:15 my part. So 2 p.m. I arrive. I'm walking in, and security's like, what is that cooler for? I was like, I have water for my models. You can't do that. I was like, oh my goodness, don't tell me that. And then they're checking, like, security was so tight in that venue. They're like, you're not allowed to do that. He said, let me check. Trying like to like hold me up and like trying to be like, I guess, trying to help me out in that way. And they're like, he called somebody on the region, and they're like, no, you can't bring that because we sell water here. I was like, it's just water. No, okay. And not to every other food that I had, like I had bags of snacks and stuff. No, none of that. So that's an advice for you guys. If you're doing this event, just make sure you call the venue first and ask. That's something that I failed to do. I thought it would be fine because I saw other people do it in the previous thing. But anyways, I was parked very close to the entrance. So what I did was I left it in the trunk of the car, and I used to take trips throughout. I mean, my models got there around 5. So I was like, okay, guys, let's go outside before hair and makeup so we can get some snacks. And I know they were disappointed. I mean, you don't want to be hungry and having to do your hair, makeup, and all this pressure, and do this and do the other and practice. I mean, they're volunteering. So anyways, sometimes you plan for something, they don't come out the way you expect. So I was like, I'm so sorry, guys, but everything's in the car. The bad thing, though, it started raining. So after my second trip, nobody wanted to come out again because, it was raining. It was getting thundering. So anyway, so one of my models got there late, and she was not being allowed to enter. I said, I am waiting for this girl. Like, all my girls are dressed up. This is my mom, but she's like, she doesn't have the bang thing that they put. So she said, you gotta go over there. So at that time, the event was already starting, right? So it was like, that's one thing I gotta give it to them. Like, it was a lot of audience. So don't even worry about getting audience, because there's so many artists participating that they get a lot of people to show up. The local press was there. I saw so many people, and then in that midst of chaos, right, I'm like I'm trying to get my manager. Security like, she's not coming in here. Backstage, I'm like, are you serious? I said, I'm one of the designers. I'm waiting for her. Then I know she's not coming back here. You gotta go talk to the organizers. So I go find them, right, in this chaotic scene, because everybody, like, the line was crazy. So he sent me to the front table. So I'm like tapping the girl on the shoulder. Hi. I said, I have one of my models and not letting her in. She's like, we don't have any more demands. We run out. I was like, great. So, I mean, are you kidding me? You pay, like, my total was about 500 something just to showcase that day. So, which is not really that much, I think, because of everything that happens afterward. I'm gonna get to that, but And so I said, how can you guys don't have anything? Can you go tell security then to let her in? I mean, she has to practice to her makeup. We're about to go in, you know. They're like, okay. So we went back, and security, I said to her, I just went to the table you just sent me. They don't have any more of the wrist thing that she has to wear. This is one of my medals. Please let her go in. We're already waiting for her. She's like, you know what? Just go. I didn't see you. So after all of that, thank God, my model was in. She got dressed. We had the opportunity to practice. Like everybody gets a stage time. So our time was 4 o'clock, right? So at 4 o'clock we practiced with whoever was there. So that's the thing. It was very organized. Everybody has their time in their stage. So my people that were with me, like my sister and one of the models, they're like, why don't we go on the stage? That girl is taking too long. One of the girls I was practicing, like she was doing step dancing. And the minute one of my models stepping the stage, the organizer is like, you gotta get off. That's her time to practice, not yours. And they're like, oh. So it was very tight. I love that they're so organized when it comes to that. Which, you have to be fair. Everybody's paying their money to be there. So when we practiced earlier, we did good. We knew what we wanted to do. I brought my radio, one of my Bluetooth radio, to practice with the song because the DJ was not there, obviously. So then after that model came in, everybody was already done. Her makeup, she went and got her makeup herself. I didn't have people do her makeup. The money thing, just trying to cut on budget. So I just pretty much told my girls, this is the look that I want you guys to go for. This is the hair, and just do what you can. Some of them help each other. I know one of them is a professional makeup artist, so she helped out a lot. It's great. So after that was done, we did professional shots. So it's good that the photographer sets up earlier. So we do headshots. It's free, so the models can have it too. Awesome. So we did that. Then, the best part about, one of the good things about Raw is that they're very organized and they're very professional. The show started at 6. The whole event starts at 6. At 6 it starts. I don't appreciate, because obviously the people backstage, they get there early. A lot of shows, they say, we want to start this time, they start 2 hours later. That's so unprofessional, I think. So I really appreciate that they started on time, and everything went like, they say, Yulisa Designs was going to show at 9:15, and 9:15 they were doing this to me. Like even before that, they're like, you got to line up, we're going on the stage. So they take you to the stage, and then you have your set, you get your pictures, and, at the end, everybody comes out and does the parade. I was not going to do it because, I didn't want to be in the midst with my message and everybody else, how they were dressed and stuff. But I was like, you know what? I have to be the light in the darkness. I'm sorry that I'm being like 100% honest like that, but that's what my brand is all about. So if you want to learn more about my brands, you can go to yulisadesigns.com and see what I'm talking about. So when the show was done, one of my friends had come. Anyways, I forgot to tell you, one of my friends had come. She had the same issue with security. I said to her, just come sit here until the show starts, until my part starts, because I know she didn't want to see all these dancers and like sexy dancers and all of that. And then she went out, I guess, for the bathroom, and when she tried to get backstage again, she was stopped completely by security. You're not allowed back here. So I couldn't do anything for her because she was not part of my show. She just came to support me. So I did go out and see where she was a couple times, and she was good. She was sitting in the audience with other people, obviously. But anyways, here's the thing with Raw. The good things, they're very professional. You get your pictures just like they say you're gonna get. Like we get the link for the pictures 2 weeks after the show. They say 14 days. That's about 2 weeks, right? So they're professional. You get your pictures. They treat you with respect. Like you go in, any questions you have, they check on you, everything okay, anything you need. Like I appreciate that. It is an investment, I now can say that I had my fashion show at the Oakdale Theater in Wallingford, right? Do you have to look at it like that? Did I get anything out of it? I got great pictures. I got great exposure. I get contacts, networking with people. That's awesome. um but you have to think about it. If you cannot really afford the $500-$600 right now, maybe you shouldn't sign up for it. Towards the end, I did get a little stressed out. To tell you the truth, I was like, nobody's buying a ticket. It's too far for the people that know me. um Nobody, like, I promoted it everywhere, guys. It was everywhere that I could. Local paper, everywhere. Nobody was buying the tickets. um do you get to a lot of people to see your clothes? Yes, it was packed. I think it was sold out. I mean, I saw so many people there. There was no sitting spots. A lot of people were just standing. um so just think about it. If you're starting out, I say go for it, guys. The time, this is your time right now. You have somebody who wants to support you. Like, I never reached out for my dad for anything. I just said, hey dad, I'm trying to sell these tickets, and he's like, I'm going to the bank. I mean, he doesn't even live here in the US. And then by the time when he told me, he was sending me the whole amount. I was like, I just asked for to sell a few tickets. If you wanted to support, like, maybe $100 worth of ticket, he's bought all of them. Everything that I have left over. So those are, that's your dad. So if you can get it in between your family and they want to come out and have a good time and support you, it's great. I think for people who are starting out, it's great. Me, this is like my 20th show. I could have done it when they actually reached out to me back in 2012 and done it, but I didn't have the experience. I didn't have medals. I didn't have connections like that. So I think everything comes to you in time. But I'm saying, if, like, what happened to me was, I look at my calendar, I'm like, this year's just going so slow. I mean, I have nothing going on. It's my 5th year having my studio. I have to do something big. Like, I have, like kind of like a celebration. So I was like, these people are relentless. They're so determined to get you to one of their shows. Like, every time they have a showcase, they reach out to me. I have the interview over the phone many times. They even said to me, oh, I think we talked to you before. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This is going to be it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So that's what happened. When it comes to the snacks and the water, just be smart. I didn't call ahead. Just call ahead and ask. If you cannot bring it in the venue, just leave it outside, like I did in the trunk of the car. People always want to go outside to kind of breathe, take a air, whatever, take a break, whatever. They can go to your car and get something to eat, and then come back again inside. So it wasn't a big deal when it came to that. It was a big deal to be stopped in front of everybody. Yes, I didn't like that, but it's okay. They won't forget me. And the people that saw that, they won't forget me, but it's okay. So the other thing too that they do, if you showcase in one of their cities, you also have, I think it's within a month, the opportunity to showcase again at a different city. Of course, my city, like, I would love to do this show in New York, but they didn't have one at the time. They have one in Boston or something. I was not gonna go through that stress level again to get the models. So this, like, organizing models is great, guys. People, I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I feel been doing so many fashion shows. A lot of my girls come back, they're not getting paid. Like, they're just supporting me. And I know everybody said, well, they get exposure. Yeah, but people, you cannot force people to do anything they don't want to do. So if they keep coming back, it's because they see something in me. They want to support me. They want to help me out. So it's great. But a lot of things happen all the time. Like, you get people to cancel on you last minute, like it happened with my previous show. So you just have to, I mean, if you're not living your life without having any risk, you're not really living, really. Like, so if this is what you want to do. You want to do fashion. You want to, have professional photos. You want to showcase at a great venue in a city where a lot of people will see your work, and even the local press, because I know they did post something online from that show. Of course, I was in showcase because most of my time was inside. that's the other thing. The fashion show is at the end, so a lot of our time was spent backstage until it was time for us to go. So we missed like interviews with the local press, all of that. I wish that's something that I wish Raw could think about when it comes to fashion designers, because our show is at the end, right? Our part of the event is at the end. So I wasn't the only one backstage with my models. It was all of the other designers. We're just hanging out. So it's like, come on, we're missing out on this whole thing. Then you have the local press interviewing like artists and all of that, but you have the whole fashion people just sitting in the backstage waiting for their part. So they have to think about that too. Or I can advise you, what you can do is just go out, you know, get hair and makeup done early and go out and just, you know, network, I guess you can say. But anyways, what I was saying before is like, if fashion is really what you want to do and you get an email from her raw artist, I think that's how you say it, raw artists, I think you should just go for it. If you think you have a collection that's strong enough, and if you think you can afford it, you know, I think, you know, just life is happening every day. Just go for it. I mean, it's a great experience. I have, you know, I love how organized they were. There was no like, oh, after we're gonna start when we get more people here. No, they start on time. They don't care if they have a line of people buying tickets. Like, and that's the other thing. Like, people need to be respectful of everybody's time. Like, we were there since 2 p.m. So, you know, you have to be respectful of everybody who's in the show, working, participating, and they also rent the venue too. So I do appreciate that. I'm gonna say yes to Raw Artists. I think it was a great venue. I think I waited a long time to do it because I didn't feel like comfortable. I don't think one, they were legit. Maybe like I know they were legit, but like I didn't like the venues they shows here in Connecticut, I guess you can say, like near my city. But I'm just glad I did it. It was a great experience. I did have a stressful time when it came to selling the tickets, because a lot of people say, I'll buy you next time. But man, like, you're a designer, you already have to worry about making sure you do the fittings, making sure you get your models, making sure you do the finishing touches, the lineup, all of that, getting the sign, everything ready. It's, you know, and then like, oh yeah, you gotta sell tickets. So come on. But anyways, so thankful for my dad that was able to do that for me. So if you have family and friends that want to support you, go for it, guys. Come on. It's not, you know, when I started out doing my fashion thing, like, if you know my story, I went to fashion school. I went to New York City. I applied everywhere that I could and never got hired. I was like, these people are crazy, in the sense that I thought it was going to be so easy. I was like, you know what? I'm going to hire myself, right? So I was like, I'm just going to hire myself. I have a sewing machine. I went to school for fashion. I should know how to make a dress. It took a while for me to kind of get with the program, because sometimes in your head you make things so like impossible. These days it's not, guys. Like, I did like a couple dresses. By the time I realized, I had my cousins be like, hey, anytime you need a model, let me know. I love to model, because people also have their dreams. So I was like, oh, okay. And by the time I realized, I already had my own independent fashion show. Who showed up? My family. That's okay. You know, that's fine. That's how you start. And then I opened the studio here, had my own office, and, you know, the paper came, and like, you see it up there, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you just have to start to keep going in. If Roy is giving you the opportunity to have your own fashion show, go for it. If you can afford it, I'm gonna say yes to Raw Artists. So any questions, comments, leave it on the link. Leave it on the bottom. You can follow me at Julissa Designs on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Julissa Designs. And thank you so much for subscribing. Hope to see you again. Bye. Take care.